Hello, everyone. Buongiorno. Bonjour. Hola. Hello. All right. So it was 1940. I was with who I thought were my friends. Deep down, they harbored true hatred of self and jealousy of me. We won't get into specifics, but I cut those two loose from my life permanently. So he won't even mention money. I don't interest in seeing one of them ever. Yeah, that's sad. I mean, ever. One million. So there's three of us, and well, he was one was really all about Jimi Hendrix at the time, and that's fascinating because earlier supposed to be me. I became Facebook fan with Jimi Hendrix's brother, Leon Hendrix, and we corresponded multiple times on Facebook Messenger. But that's the entirely separate, different video log in regard to Jimi Hendrix's brother, Leon Hendrix. Leon is a top-notch professional singer, songwriter, producer, and he's a great guitarist. I mean, he can play some seriously mean, hard rock, and heavy guitar. Yes, and in that Facebook message from him several months ago, is that he was going where the music takes him, and that he found himself touring in Spain, and that's where he was. He sent that to me like that was morning of the 17th of September. So that's going on 3 months now. But anyhow, so again, this goes back to that same time period. It's 1990, 1994. I call it crazy old days of stupidity, idiocy, craziness, adventurousness. Just negligent, just dumb. Anyway, so we take 4 hits of acid called Sunshine because we knew we were going to watch the Doors movie, which I never seen before. The Bio-Pic Doors movie that I didn't learn much later was released actually in 1991, which was the same year that at 19 or 20, 1920, I was taken by surprise to see the actual range in Morse of words, and lived left up here Cemetery, where I also saw the graves, the epitaphs of Oscar Wilde and Proust and Chopin, amongst others. And my female companion at the time, Ina Martina, aka Ina, she took me to Paris, France, from Frankfurt, Germany, and sent about 25,000 francs on me, on this. And she checked me into a 4-star hotel in the village of Saint George, right next to Saint Michel de Notre Dame, where Napoleon Bonaparte enrolled himself, the Emperor of Francia, walking down the nave of that very cathedral. Then, she felt I deserved to be there. and she wanted me to be there. So she paid for everything. She picked me up really from Manhattan. Then we got on the OG train. Then I was there. 3 hours flight. Made it to Tim's Mobile. It's coffin. She insisted I walk on the grave of Napoleon himself in France. He spent there really that hard. We got the other one out of yes, and she, yeah. So, and it's interesting that she never mentioned the Louvre to me not once. So we didn't go there. And then she took me to be able to show me I was in there. And she took me when I because now an extreme plus photo because of where I'm at now, where I sit and stand and every place is top totally. She had to sit right on the very side of the Oscar Wilde grave in Tombstone, which had our cosmic messenger, our God, our cosmic messenger, messenger God of the cosmos, Hermes, Mercury, our God, my communications, my cosmic messenger, Mercury, Hermes. So she insisted that I take a photo of this part of the stone sculpture of Hermes, aka Mercury, right behind me in my ancestral Central West Europe and in my city of Paris in France. Whatever. Portugal, France, Spain, Italy, Greece, or doesn't matter. London. It's all my ancestral land. All it. I'm not of the North Arctic region of the Arctic and the Antarctica Peninsula. I'm not of Far East and Mid East. I'm not out of Asia. I'm not the Orient. And again, out of the very North Pole or the Arctic region of the Arctic Peninsula of Antarctica. So all to me is mine. So I'm there, right? And I'm just thinking like, wow. So we're about to watch wars, right? Let's let me redirect now. So that was 1991 with and then it's 1994, and I live in my garden in Amsmorton on 18th Street off of Columbia Road, right across from Adams Organ Bar, restaurant, and live music venue. And my girlfriend and I were living in the row house right next to this store. So these two guys who I never want to see again, I have no interest in being with them in any shape or form. We walked up in there and we took 4 hits of Sunshine LSD, and we watched the Doors biopic movie, 1994. And what's fascinating about that is that I realized as I was watching the movie that one of the very first images I remember in this Imperial Majestic Roman Emperor Superdome brain of mine. Hold on, give me a second, please. Okay. One of the things I remembered, I'm not in my place, by the way. This isn't my place. I decided to do this elsewhere. So, is that one of the things I remember? That was the early live on scene back. Of this monster era. One of the things I remember, the first things I remember, when each was whole house, probably most of the whole house, as a Hollywood saying that. as a Hollywood saying this little Holly house, and I'm now surrounded by 800 plus living members of the very most of pop history and culture's 100th anniversary since 1923, when that red ribbon was cut at Bend Canyon in Bel Air, California, in 1923. Yeah, and the apartment building we lived in, I believe, was actually called the Holly House, but we called it the Holy House. So anyway, so we're watching. I'm thinking while the Doors movie's coming on, I'm thinking. I shared with these guys that I thought my friends then, and my girlfriend at the time was in the room with us too. Oh, nothing happened between them and my girlfriend. No, not to my knowledge anyway. But anyhow, I remember one of the first images I'd seen and remembered in the 70s was when my dad showed me his 8-track cartridge of Doors for the song Light My Fire. And I remember Jim Morrison's face on that. And what's fascinating about that now is that just 7.5 years ago, on the 3rd of May 2016, Robbie Krieger of the Doors, who wrote the songs Like My Fire in the end, put his customized autographed guitar pick in this very hand in front of everyone inside the Birchmere Music Concert Hall in its 50th anniversary year from 1966 to 2016. And what was the 50th founding formational year of the Doors from 1966 to 2016. And 1966 is the year when my Roman Adonis Emperor Teen Titan of a father first landed, settled, and then would conquer the DuPont Circle district and neighborhood from 1966 to 1969, up to the time he walked up to my mother sitting on the park bench in DuPont Circle Park that March of 1970. I believe last time. So, things all come together. And that songs. Because all the times University of Econ or his enemies. And that was also that was the process for James Brown. Also for long, your friends next door. My Robert Scott's James Brown. In James in Georgia with my Jackson session. Yes, so